Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today I am heading off to PARKRUN again. I know that you guys loved my latest PARKRUN video, and actually I've made it kind of my mission to do more PARKRUNs and to have more fun with my running and meet more people. So I'm gonna head there, I'm gonna run there and run back to try and make it sort of my long run of the week. And it's obviously a 5k course there, and it's just a couple of kilometers there and back each. So it should be a nice little run to start off my Saturday. This week I've already done a long intervals and a short intervals session. And as I said, I'm not going to be sharing my full marathon training and half marathon training with you, but for this week what I did was 3 by 5 minutes fast intervals, and then I also had a 2 by 10 minutes kind of slightly slower but longer intervals as well, which was in the rain, and it was at rush hour, which my fault. I forget that schools end earlier than working days end, so it's like 3:30 p.m. and I was just weaving in and out of people. So I'm hoping that on a nice bright and early Saturday morning that there'll be fewer people out and I can just plod along at my usual pace and not have to people dodge. But first off, I'm gonna have some coffee, and then I'm gonna get my stuff together and ready to go. About half an hour, but before I do, I've got the most boring of tasks to do because I'm heading away this weekend to my friend's housewarming party in Hampshire, I think. Not entirely sure. I'll know when I get there. So I've got literally like so much washing that I need to unpack. So I'm gonna drink my coffee, take down my washing, and then actually get dressed and actually go. So my current fitness watch gives recommendations of what I should do for the next workout, and I have no idea how accurate it is compared to, like, for example, if I did work out, it would tell me to do supportive, which means like rest up, and then occasionally just randomly it will tell me to do strength. Today it's telling me to do cardio, and if you click on the cardio bit, it's telling me to do 1 hour and 46 minutes of cardio. Unless I do this park run extremely slowly, I'm not going to be out there for 1 hour 46. If I am, we're in serious trouble because I'm going to be very late. I think it'll be probably like an hour and a little bit, which is plenty for me. I'm just about to head off, and I just thought I'd go through what I'm wearing for this very, very frosty morning. I've got some Sweaty Betty leggings on. Currently I've got slippers on, but I will be changing that. Some Falca socks that I always, for trail runs, pull up over my ankles because my running technique still needs a lot of work, and I still kick myself when I run sometimes, like on the inside of my ankles, and that hurts. And also it just protects you from getting that extra bit muddy. This is M&S, kind of like a mid layer I guess, but quite a thin one. And then underneath this I've got Columbia, which is a base layer. It's got this silver thing underneath, which makes it especially warm but not too, like, you're never overheating it basically. So I'm gonna run there in this and then take it off when we get there, and hopefully I'll be warm enough by then. And the shoes that I'm wearing are new. These are Asics trail shoes. I did a shoot for them and they allowed me to keep the shoes, and I've not actually tried them for trail running. I've only sort of walked around in them and yeah, done like hiking and stuff. So I'm interested to try them, and hopefully they won't be so bad on the road as my Columbia ones, which are incredible on trail but very, very thin for the road. So like they don't provide as much support. So I'm hoping the Asics, I mean, they have like loads of support and they're quite heavy. So I'm hoping that they will give a little bit more protection for the roads, because it's like 2.5 kilometers each way to and from, and that's all road, and then 5 kilometers on the trail. So it's half and half, so it's quite difficult to decide what to wear. Right, I'm gonna head off. No more procrastination. Must run, otherwise I'll miss PARKRUN. See you in a bit. Hello. Just out. It is so beautiful and so cold this morning. Frost on the floor, on the grass. No, I'm not a poet, sorry guys. It's very pretty. Listening to a podcast called Invisibilia, and it's not the best like Pump Yourself Up podcast. Today's one is about AI, and it's kind of interesting. It's quite soothing. It's just not exactly what you want on a Saturday morning when you're about to go and run whatever, but it's nice. One of my favourite podcasts, actually, alongside This American Life of storytelling, and a great way of keeping you company on your runs. We're just walking along to the start of PARKRUN, and I've just found Adam here, just met him. It's his first time at Wormwood Scrubs, and I was running along in like all of my layers, right? And he is wearing what? Nothing?
No.
Pretty much. But you're from the north?
Yeah, well, I'm from Nottingham, yeah.
And do you always turn up wearing shorts and a t-shirt?
Yeah, no, all the time. It's way too hot, really.
Yeah, I need to be more like Adam, honestly. Like, I am so scared of being cold, and then always within about 1 kilometre, I am so hot every single time. So be bold, start cold. Such a beautiful morning. I actually feel so happy to be out here. My lips are like frozen and the ground is just something else. But it's very, 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 very pretty. Was nice. Ooh. Bit of a speedy finish. I don't know why. Nice bit of downhill for the first time. Oh my god, I actually felt really good on that, surprisingly. Feel a little bit snotty. Oh god, this is beautiful. Don't know what my average pace was, but considering this is a long run day, not a fast run day, just happy I'm out, really. I only checked my watch once in that whole time, which is what my goal is, basically, to care a little bit less about times and more about form and just getting out and lowering expectations, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, now to run home. Just jogging back home on what I think is probably the most beautiful day ever, except for the nice summer days. The most beautiful winter day ever. Past the prison, quite nice. Listening to Adrienne Herbert's Power Hour podcast. Still catching up on a lot of late episodes. Wow, that's bright. She's done over a year of this podcast, and she is the most inspiring speaker ever. I actually listened to some of her podcasts during Tokyo Marathon in the pouring rain, and kept me going. So just listening to her 365 days of the Power Hour podcast, catching up on some of the old episodes, feeling really inspired to just, oh god, it's a cliche, but really like be my best self rather than like what other people expect. Running is like the best way to implement that, because like my coach was saying last week, we often internalize our expectations of other people, but others' expectations of ourselves as well, and that can be harmful both to our mental health but then also to our physical health. If we're like, I'm actually going to run again because it's cold, if we actually try to push ourselves beyond our means, or think that
someone else's way of doing something is the best way, when actually we know ourselves what we need. So overtraining, undereating, overeating, we're all unique. And with that in mind, we're gonna go and have breakfast.
Look at this. That is some serious mud. Yep, that is good. Oh, shoes held up well. I think they were good on the road, better than my other ones. Run done and dusted, and I'm back home. That was about 10k total, and since before my marathon I've got a half marathon. My long run days have actually decreased in length a little bit compared to what I was trying to do before Christmas, unknowingly kind of trying to push the distances to kind of what I was doing for my last marathon training, and my coach was like, don't do that, you don't need to do that, shorter runs a little bit faster will be better. So today was 10k and it felt really good. I mean, it wasn't like fast, but I felt like I could actually breathe the whole way round, and I was just explaining to my housemate that like every single run that I go on, I'd say 99%, maybe 95%, I do actually feel like I'm gonna die most of the way around. So this was actually quite good. And PARKRUN, as I said on my previous PARKRUN vlog, is like the ultimate mood booster for a Saturday morning. And although I am not the sort of person to jump out of bed and just go for a run, it's nice to have that goal of, you know, 9 AM start, you have to be there at 9 AM, although I am quite often late and just sort of have to run to the start line and then just keep running. But yeah, loads of nice people, and you just meet loads of people and everyone says well done around the course and at the end, and it's really lovely. So I'm happy I went to this one, and I'm gonna try out a few more different parkruns over the next year. That's like a goal of mine. So we'll be avoiding the one with Scrubs mud bath, and hopefully trying out some of the other ones, maybe Bushy Park, the original parkrun down in southwest London. But for now I'm gonna have a shower and leave you guys to your day. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. It's a nice short one, just of me plodding through ice and mud and just saying hi to everyone, I guess. Have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. See you later. Bye.